Hello everyone, welcome to Emily Kate Made This. This is Vlogmas edition, and disaster hath strucken. Disaster has made me speechless. Disaster's happened. The infamous jumper, my husband's jumper. I'm almost nervous to talk about it because the last time I talked about it, I lost like a bunch of subscribers. Obviously you guys don't like me being negative. So I'll be upbeat and perky about the fact that my husband's jumper doesn't fit. Let's take a moment, everyone, to acknowledge that making a man's garment, making a man jumper is rubbish. So the problem is, and you all know the problem, that I went wrong and I made the whole of this section in garter instead of just a little bit. And because of that, if you've followed me for any length of time, you will know that my pearl stitches are loose, really loose in fact. And I've tried lots of different techniques, and the only one that's relatively comfortable is the continental one, but it makes my stitches loose. And because of that, my tension went completely everywhere. So originally I did the flax pullover, and I did the, I'm going to go a size 6 for the adult, but it didn't seem deep enough, so I did the size 7. But now when I look at it on him, I obviously forgot to go down to size 6 again, because he's really broad shouldered and then he goes in like a triangle, and I should have made the jumper, the body, smaller. So he's got this whole section of fabric that's just like, I don't know, like that much too much, which wasn't really that noticeable until I put the sleeve on, and the garter is really wide, so it's A, it's stretchy, and B, it's just the gauge is now really off, so it's completely like double the size. And I went all the way down, so I did 20 inches because he didn't want to try it on while I was going, because it didn't seem like we needed to, because I knew how long to make it. And then we put it on yesterday, and it's like this garter section that should run like here runs really wide all the way down, but like on the front, and then somehow turns because there's so much fabric. It looks awful, and I don't know how to fix it because I've already done the fix that I had in mind. The only alternative would be to rip it all back and then just do straight stockinette, but there's still the problem that the sleeve is super wide because of the gauge, which would then mean ripping out the yoke, which would mean ripping out the whole jumper. I'm not doing that. And the real kicker is I've had all of these little cues not to do it the whole time, because he didn't like the colour, as you know. Like, he likes green, but it was green. Then he was a bit shocked by the colour work. Then the sleeve went wrong. Like, every moment I could have gone, really, I shouldn't make this one for you because you don't like the colour, which is fair enough. You're allowed to have a different opinion. So he didn't like the colour, the pattern was too much, and the sleeve started going wrong. But I just kept ignoring all of these things and just kept going. And now I have a jumper that doesn't fit him because it's too big and the sleeves are too big. So I had a little bit of a meltdown yesterday. Last night when I decided, after recording, saying to you, which I don't think I've actually uploaded yet, I can't knit because my hands are hurting. I was stressing because I thought I haven't got enough time to finish this if I don't get at least one sleeve done, because I only have like 10 days left. And I did another 2 inches last night, even though it hurt, and I know that's stupid. And there's my comeuppance, because the minute I finished and got him to try it on just to check if the rib was in the right place, then we realised that it doesn't fit. So, backup plan. I'm going to attempt to turn it into a jumper dress for me, temporarily. So I'm going to rip out the sleeves and just bind off and put a belt on and see how it goes. For warmth, layers at least, and then if it doesn't get worn, then I will attempt some kind of different sleeve. I'll just rip out the little bit of ribbing that I'll do, and maybe my mum would wear it if I got the sleeves right, because she's got a bust to fill out this space, all this fabric, whereas men are just flat. So yeah, hopefully I didn't lose a bunch more subscribers for complaining, but yeah, that's not happening now. I mean, it is, I'll wear it as a jumper dress for now, but he now doesn't have a present, because that was his Christmas present, and he says it's fine, but he also told his brother not to get him any present, and he told my mum not to, so he's not going to have any presents, and that's saddening. I spent all my money on the yarn for that jumper, and now I've got a dentist bill to pay for some fillings. Isn't that nice? Haven't had fillings since I was like 5 or something, and now I have them. So yeah, I did think about casting on some socks, but I'm not sure that I'll get them done in time. I've thought about making DK weight socks, but then if I focus on those, then I won't get any chance of getting anywhere on my festive yoke pullover. But it does seem unlikely I would finish that in time, and therefore I should probably use that time to make his socks. So that's today for you. So yeah, I guess I will continue. I'm currently stress cleaning. I know that I should sit down and like, do something with all this madness, but I've now just decided I need to do laundry and clean the bathroom and hoover, I'll probably mop, just stress clean. Yeah, that's today. I hope that you enjoyed yesterday's Q&A. I did edit it so much that I ended up just cutting out bits that I actually wanted to keep in. One of the main ones being, after a few of you commented on my German methods of the calm down. I didn't want to bore you all with every single different method of German learning techniques that I've done. So I said I did German classes and I try and read some books. But I have done a bazillion other things. I just didn't think you'd actually care like that much to learn every single method that I use and have used. And yeah, I have got some German friends. I didn't just go and meet international people and only speak English and nothing, no integration. I do have some German friends. I have joined courses, I've gone on yeah, different things. I've done a bunch of different things. I just didn't think you'd want to know everything. But yeah. Okay, I'll stop talking now. When you get worms, you have a new appreciation for your post and what comes in the post. This is excellent worm food. Hello, I'm just checking in again to explain why there's zero knitting content. My wrists are really sore still. I knitted, not yesterday, but the day before, for maybe 3 hours, and yeah, they were crying. My wrists were crying. Not at the time, but about 6 hours later. And I tried knitting yesterday and I got 2 rows, and and I tried this morning on my husband's sweater, but yeah, it still hurts, and it still hurts now, so looks like I'm going to be very behind on my knitting schedule. But I guess when you can't knit, you just can't knit. If it hurts, I can't do anything about it. I do the stretches, but I think it's probably like my hypermobility or lack of muscle. Who knows? Sometimes I feel like I should be taking things that athletes take to like stop muscle pain after exercise. Oh, I'm getting messages. So yeah, that's why there's no knitting content, but yeah, I keep throwing out the question and answers until my wrists are better. Hello everybody, excuse the terrible lighting. I need honest opinions, please. Honest. Do you think it's possible to turn this into a jumper dress? Or does it look like a jumper that's too big for me? Ignoring this enormous monstrosity and pretending there's a rib like this here. I've got a belt because otherwise it looks ridiculous. Do you think I can get away with it? I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to turn the camera around so there's not a big angel light behind me. Okay, I'm back, but I'm stooping again because my camera tripod is lower. Yeah, Drama-Llama. I'm not really sure what to do. My husband thinks it looks like a jumper that's too big for me that I've put on. Because it is. But the alternative is to give it to my mum, like rip out the sleeves and shrink them somehow. Maybe go down to like size 5 sleeves and give it to her because her bust would fill out this gap. Because on my husband it sits like this, which is rubbish. And then this is all like, for some reason it's coming down the front like that. Like it twists in and goes down instead of sitting around and going down like that, which is really strange. It's just a total fail. And yes, I could rip out the sleeve, and make it smaller, but this is still too big, and this is still too big, and he doesn't like it anyway. So yeah, what do you guys think? Would it make a jumper dress or does it look too big? Do I give it to my mother? Can I do something else with it? Could make it into a skirt, but I don't know how I would turn this into a waistband. I don't know, because I really like the colour work. Yeah, so that's a bit of a fail, and it's also annoying because I had all these Christmas things I wanted to make, like the little mittens and socks. Gingerbread Man still doesn't have a friend, and I didn't do any of them because I wanted to make sure I could finish this. And now it's irrelevant because it won't be finished and it won't be gifted. And on a side note, kind of, I'm thinking about the Ravelry. I don't know if I can put a picture in. Don't know if I can be bothered to find it on the internet for a vlog, but it's a pretty pretty popular pattern. Maybe it's Ravelry, I'm not sure. The Woolly Mammoth, she's made it a few times. Emma Robinson. And I thought maybe that, but then I'm not sure how much yarn I need to check. And yeah, I don't know. won't be done in time for Christmas, but I could at least do it for January, February time maybe. But yeah, I don't like gift knitting. It's official. I officially have decided after trying it, I don't like gift knitting. It's very stressful. And I didn't think I was someone that got stressed with knitting. That's a lie. I know I get stressed, but didn't think that Christmas or Christmas gifts and all that kind of stuff was stressful. But I've got this watch that you can check your heart rate and stress levels. They're high. They're really high. So, I mean, I know there are so many worse things in the world. It's not like it's really a big deal, but it's relative, I guess. I don't really know what I feel bad for feeling stressed over something so small, because there are things in the world that are a lot worse. But, you know, I am stressed about it because it was his Christmas present and now, no, he doesn't have one. But alas, let's move on from that. And I realised that I'm really behind on my vlogging because I'm actually recording this on the 14th and I'm going to upload it on the 14th. So yeah, I don't know what happened to the vlog that would have been yesterday, because yesterday's I recorded and uploaded. I'm waffling. I'm going to stop talking. Oh, let me give you some positive news. I finished the body. The ribbing is rolling up in a very annoying way, but I know that'll be fixed with blocking. And I've just picked up the stitches for the arm. So I'll be chugging away on that. I decided not to put the last, I don't even know what you call it, in between colourwork piece, because it's already at the length I wanted. When I hit the snowman, then I've got another inch. I didn't want it to get too long, so there we go. Hello. Don't you just love it when the universe answers your requirements? I wanted to get organised. I'm terrible at organising. I want to organise my vintage patterns because they're in paper form, and I'm worried that if I spill tea or something that they'll get ruined. So I got a bunch of those wallets. I couldn't get a folder, and then I found one, but they were like €7 for the really rubbish quality folder. Then I found another one and that was also like €7 or €8. And I thought, I know I'm being cheap, but they are not worth €7. Then we went to the shop yesterday and someone had left a box with a zu verschenken giveaway for free, and I got really decent folders. Got 2 of them. So I'm organising my life. I'm organising my knitting, and I'm organising like my German documents because they're a mess, and I've got one of those sticky pad things to stick the translation in English, like this is tax, this is your bank, this is this. I'm getting organised, people. It's happening right in front of your eyes.